Hello, this is Christy Jones, Holistic Health and Mindfulness Coach, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about food, about eating real food. And so often I have people ask me, they want to know how to eat, like, should I follow this program or that program? And there's so much mixed information out there on what to eat, how to eat. Don't eat this, don't eat grains because they're going to be bad. Don't eat meat, it's going to be bad. And it can be incredibly confusing. And so I'm going to share a few of my thoughts on this topic and see what resonates with you. Key in life in general is that we're not under stress. And when we're in a stressed out state, when we're eating, we're not going to absorb the nutrients from the food. Our digestive system isn't going to be working properly. And so we want to look at overall, when it comes to food, is our food conversation stressing us out? And if it is, we want to step back and we want to look at, how can I feel more relaxed around the food conversation? And so that's key. Next is, we know that our body really does well with fresh foods. So the closer we're eating to the bottom of the food chain, the less impact there is on the environment and the less toxicity is in that food. So my recommendations are always to eat lots of plants as much as you can, as close to the source of where they were grown. And so knowing our farmers are really important. I used to run an organic produce program in my community, and that ended almost a year ago, last November. And I was thinking about how much I missed that connection to those farmers. And for myself, I realized with that program ending, I've lost that connection, and now I'm needing to reestablish connections with farmers that I know where my food is coming from, or even farmers markets are great. And personally, I had lost that connection, and I'm realizing how important it is to reestablish that. So purchasing food that's been grown in an environment that is healthy, where the food is able to thrive and not be under stress. If we're getting our food from a place where the soil is missing nutrients, those plants are even going to be stressed. So we want to look at, where can we connect with places where there's farmers, right? So farmers markets, local produce stores that purchase from local farmers are a great source. And so we want to start actually looking at our food differently, not just for our own body, but actually for our environment. If we create a healthier environment in our communities, we're going to create healthier bodies. I know this gets a little bit deep, doesn't it? But for our bodies to thrive, the more fresh, the less processed, the healthier we're going to be. So we really want to get back to things not in a package. Did you know 60 to 70% of the food people eat is not real food? It's packaged, processed food, which is actually causing a lot of stress and a lot of damage inside our body, and is not going to take us where we want to go health-wise. So once again, really as many servings of vegetables as you can get in a day. Fruit, a couple servings of fruit is fabulous too, and it tastes really good. When it comes to protein, there's so many choices that we hear. Do I eat meat? Do I not eat meat? We have a lot of protein even in our vegetables, and then nuts and beans and lentils are another fabulous source. If you want to eat some meat, I would recommend making sure it's organic. We don't need a high level of protein. It's really hard on our body to digest a lot of animal protein, and it's actually really hard on our environment. 1 pound of beef takes, 25,000 gallons of water. Think about that. So 1 pound of beef, it takes 25,000 gallons of water. That's a lot. So if we're looking at creating healthier environments, a healthier impact on our planet, when we're eating more plant-based, smaller amounts of animal protein, we can really save our resources as a planet also. And once again, I'm not against anything. I'm not looking at that you need to eat this way or don't eat that way. Just looking at how can we include more foods that are actually going to make a better impact on our body and on our planet. And it takes us back to our fruits, our veggies, our nuts, beans, lentils, and if you choose to eat meat, little bits of meat that's raised in a healthy environment. So when you eat that meat, you're not getting the stress of that animal. When we eat meat that's come from an unhealthy environment, that's been given genetically modified foods and antibiotics and lived in a stressed out environment, we are getting that in our body. So I want to just start changing the conversation around food, that we want to look at the whole picture of how were those foods grown and raised, where can we create that connection with the food we eat so we're not so disconnected, and start looking at how can I put more fresh, less packaged and processed into my daily life, into my kids' life. Our kids are so used to packaged foods. The more we can help them have tools to eat fresh is going to be really powerful in their lives. I'm teaching kindergartners right now how to love eating vegetables, and it's so much fun to see them asking for more broccoli and more cauliflower, and then even the ones that are a little bit hesitant and don't want to try the vegetables, and they're like, I don't eat that. Just getting exposed to the idea that, oh, maybe I could try these is a learning opportunity. So no matter where our kids are at, even if they're resistant and don't want to try it, making it fun, trying to get them in the kitchen, growing something in your own yard, anything will start helping really all of us to get that connection back. So keep encouraging yourself to try new, fresh variety. Variety is key. The more we can have variety in our food, it's once again helping our digestive system. So our food is important, but making sure our digestive system is healthy is really important. If we do not have a healthy microbiome, if we do not have healthy bacteria in our digestive system, we're not going to get the full benefits of our food. So that's a whole nother conversation. Most people have a depleted microbiome, and so a couple tips for that is get outside in nature and breathe fresh air. You'll notice that's why I always do videos outside. Not that I'm at a mountain, but at least I'm outside. Get outside and breathe air in different environments. It will help re-establish your digestive system. Eat fermented foods. It will go a long way to help your gut. Get outside in dirt that has not been sprayed with pesticides. Once again, that's going to help reestablish your healthy microbiome. And so those are a few ideas that we need to make sure that we are, it's not just food. Like, food is one aspect of our health, and we need to understand there's much more to creating a healthy body. Also, look at, are you using cleaning chemicals in your house? If you are, they're really destroying the microbiome, the healthy bacteria. And so we want to look at what are we exposing ourselves to, and how could that be affecting our gut, and what could we be using instead? So the cool thing is we have so many tools and resources that we can really thrive and be healthy, and it's just getting the tools that work for you. And so I'm going to encourage you to keep going on this journey of health. It is so worth it. Together we can really turn around the lack of health we're seeing and the amount of just anxiety and depression that we're seeing. And so eat something really yummy and fresh today. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Have a great and healthy day today.